Yo, what's going on? My name is Anthony. Welcome back to Inter Worldwide. It had to be an impromptu live stream to react to this one because not only did the match finish early in Sydney time, it's only 12:50 a.m., meaning the match kicked off early 10:30 p.m. But what a game. The sort of game where you look at from an outsider's perspective and you think, is this real? Is this actually real? That last 10 minutes was one of the worst experiences I've had as a football fan watching this club. And just when you think you cannot out Pazza yourself anymore, this sort of ending to a game comes along. The sort of ending that you think is being scripted by somebody writing on the side to keep the game going. The kind of game that if you saw it 10 years ago, you'd turn to the person next to you and go, this is an act, right? This is fake. This isn't real. But it was real. And there's 40 people here with me right now. So make sure you like the video. Subscribe if you are new. And let's do a little bit of talking about our 2-1 victory against Verona. 3 of the most important points of the season. And I guess we can actually go through this match as a sequence of events. I'll go to some comments first. I can't stick around for overly long only because I'm absolutely exhausted. I was only going to do a 3 or 4 minute match reaction initially, but I thought, nah, why not? With the last few minutes of energy I've got for the night, let's get this live going and talk to a few familiar faces. And I know there's some channel members here as well, so big shout out. If you're a channel member that's coming into 2024, oh man, the love and respect that I have for you for sticking with us in this channel till 2024 as a channel member. So thank you so much. One of them here in Massimo. What's going on, Gab? Good to see you. Franco is here. And I need this big shout out to my guy Franco, who's always one of the eternal optimists. But even he could see that the writing was on the wall tonight. The writing was on the wall, but I got to give it to him because we scored and we won. So the Franco train and the Inter train rolls on. It rolls on. But my God, how close Franco and gang did it come to not rolling on. There's 66 people here right now. That's fantastic. Like the video. Let me know if you're new. If you're new, that's awesome. There's 66 people. I had a feeling we'd get a crowd, and that's awesome to be here with that many people. That is absolutely peak. Brothers, that Bastoni punch looks suspect at the moment. The only thing that I can think of is that maybe the attacker really flopped it. He really flopped it, and he's really making a meal out of it, and that there's nothing to it. So if new developments happen, because right now we're probably veering into post-match interview territory, just let me know if anything comes up. I've got no graphics. I'm not even going to share screens. It's just going to be me looking at some stuff and replying to comments soon. Rocky says, hey, I'm sick of this team playing so arrogantly, like it's all just going to happen for them. Yeah, man, I think that sums it up pretty well. Even at the end, like Matteo Darmian making that challenge in the box. I know these days it's so easy to give away penalties like that, but my goodness, it really shouldn't have gone down like that. It was careless. Shout out to Armenian Interista. Thank you very much, Massimo. Gabe says vintage Pazza Inter, disappointing performance. I'm glad Inzaghi had the guts to put attacking subs in for defenders. When it was 1-1, I didn't like the substitutes that came around with Arnautovic coming on for Thuram. I would have kept the attackers in a little bit longer, but it's one of those hindsight things. I'm not going to speak too long about that. Let's just pause the comments and everything to talk a little bit about the cameo that Marko Arnautovic had tonight, because that was quite possibly the worst 20 minutes I've seen in an Inter player ever. That was calamity stuff. That was we're better off with you off the pitch level performance. From him blocking that potential last goal, I don't think it was a block. I think it was more saved onto him. He just couldn't carry it through. But he missed that other open header. He turned the ball over for the equalizer. He made some dangerous fouls again after that. He was awful. And Sanchez was awful. And even though that they called that penalty back before, what Barella should have done was shot. Barella was nowhere near the worst player, in my opinion, today. I don't think he was good, because I don't think anybody was good, but I don't think Barella was anywhere near the worst player today. For me, it would have to have been Arnautovic by a country mile, even though he only played 20 minutes. And then it would have to be Alexis Sanchez as well. Hakan could have probably got third for me, or Mkhitaryan. I thought both Hakan and Mkhitaryan were awful. I thought Carlos Augusto was average at best, gets himself into great positions, but his end product today was not there. It was Augusto 0.5 today. And yeah, Toto was decent. And Thuram was okay. I know people, The last few games for Turam, he started well and just really fizzled into rusty form as the game's gone on. 68 people right now. That's awesome. Like the video, subscribe if you are new. Massimo says, I love this team, but oh my God, I was on call with my Zio and we were screaming. Bro, I had to put my wife and my dog through that shit. That was absolutely awful. Now's a good time for me to say that at 1-1, I just said, I'm not watching games for a while after this. 3 games at least. 3 games, like in January, just through January, I don't want to watch. I just want to follow the scores. Listening to Mo used to be soothing, but I just want to follow the scores. There's sometimes you just prefer not to tune in because, and little did I know, as I was saying that, the worst was yet to come times 3. It was so bad. Then we actually score, and I still couldn't believe it. But then that penalty shout at the end that they got, and then it misses. You couldn't script this. You really couldn't script it. Forza says, Arnautovic is a straight-up bum. Bologna robbed us. Get this guy out this window. 100%. I was all on keeping him before this game, but after that, that was so bad, bro. I can't believe that happened, yo. I cannot believe that performance happened from Arnautovic. That was a stinker. That was a 0 out of 10. That was fucking awful. Morning from Toronto, Canada. Buchanan was in the crowd tonight. That's cool. Rip up his contract. Patrick here is here. How you doing? I experienced every human emotion 3 different times, all within 10 minutes. I wish I had like a camera to record my reactions in the house because I was walking around like a kid. I was even like on my knees at one point on the floor holding my shirt. I just couldn't believe it. We got to 70. That's dope. 76 people here right now. Like the video, subscribe if you are new. If people are sharing it around, that is absolutely great. And so why is Inter trying to kill me on your birthday? Bro, happy birthday. Happy birthday to the Darian. Happy birthday, bro. 81 people here right now. That's awesome, man. Subscribe. I feel like I'm getting some Uncle Sharma and some Judge Mo splashback in the house. So how you doing, Marvel Lawson? Great to see you again. Another channel member. Love the channel members are here. We got to 90 live people here as well. Arnautovic cosplay as Lukaku. It was looking like that, especially when he got in the paint in the way. Nick Knox is in the house. This is so damn frustrating. Every year, January, February, we fall off. Look at all of us mature fans acknowledging the fact that we got 3 points tonight, but there's no one celebrating. I haven't seen one person say, let's go. 3 points is all that matters. LFG. I haven't seen one person celebrate in this chat, and there's 90 people here. That's awesome. Make sure you keep putting the likes up as well. 3 points, but big questions about our strikers, and Mighty Mo says it. Had so many heart attacks during the last minutes. 1 a.m. right now. Yes, it is. Mattia is here. You poor bloke. You poor bloke. I said that I'll stop watching football if Juve wins the Scudetto, but it looks like we are determined to gift it to them. We almost did even after the Fratesi goal. How about that? How about that? Thank you, Massimo. Love you. But how about Fratesi? How about Fratesi scoring and celebrating to the curva and celebrating to the crowd like no tomorrow? And like, this is a big reason why if they were to ever just ask me, vote straight up, do you want VAR in or out of football? I would say out. Because I miss the raw emotion. I miss being able to see the ball go in the back of the net and then you run off your couch screaming and you're like, that's it. We've got it. It's done. But you have to wait too long. You have to wait for everything. And it's taken a lot out of being a fan. We don't talk about it enough, but it's taken a lot out of being a fan. Anyway, thank you for staying up and talking. Yeah, no worries. Absolutely happy to. Arnautovic, oh, bro, he was absolutely awful. Wasn't he just absolutely awful? I know, Adam. I know it's peak. Bring back Esposito or Satriano. Bring back anyone because those two strikers, those two sub forwards, unbelievable. Limoni should try 3-5-1-1 when he chooses to rest Lautaro or Thuram, permanently put Arnautovic on the bench. We're not going to be able to get him out in January, that's for sure. Bro, it's so bad that we think this Mattia, that Correa is better than Arna and Sanchez. But I'd have to agree. I'd have to agree at this point, and that's sad. We need a striker. The Scudetto is going to be a struggle. Eduardo is here. Inzaghi actually decided to change his formation with his subs. Definitely paid off. I got to admit, towards the end, I was sort of slumping in my couch, not even paying attention to what was going on. I never want to see Arnautovic on the pitch again. I would agree. John Arabi says, thanks for staying out anytime, man. Arnautovic can go up his ass and leave. It was bad. Attacking subs when we sub Arnautovic and Sanchez on. Doesn't feel like an attacking sub, does it? Packy, thanks for being a channel member, bro. I really, really appreciate that. I think you might have started being a channel member pretty recently as well. So a big shout out to you. Is that Roberto Gagliardini 5 karma, releasing 1 Lord? We've got 3 Lords, Arnautovic, Sanchez, and Klaassen. Big time. Arnautovic performance is on level with Dalbert's against Empoli. That was a stinker as well. Too many heart attacks, says Daniel Arnautovic, doing his best Champions League. I'm trying to get through pretty much almost every comment here. I hope management sees this as a sign to get another striker. I don't know. Barella was pretty bad today, but there were still worse players. Absolutely worse players than he was today. Thank you, Indro. Thank you, Fat Gandalf. Thank you, Mighty Mo. Thank you. I see you all in the crowd. Matthias says, why doesn't Marotta realize? Maybe he does, bro. It's just a lot harder than we think. Franco says, I think that the word that explain this performance, Bologna, Genoa, Elas, is self-indulgence. They must shift that mindset. I would agree. I'm so happy to see Lauti again. This guy's another level of goal hungry this year. You can tell he's overtaken by wanting to score. Our 83% pass success rate needs to improve. Does need to improve a little bit. So, yeah, Ian Kerr says we just dodged the bullet. Lockie Law is here from Hong Kong. Shout out to you. I'm just going to give it just a tiny bit of a rest. Just a tiny bit of a rest with the comments just for a second. So we get the first goal nice and early with Lautaro, and then I think that we looked very comfortable opening up the second half. Our counter attacks and our end passing is really what made us struggle today. So many times we got to the 50-50 ball first. We got to the halfway line first. Turan got there first. Hakan was clear to play a ball, and we just made the wrong final decision. Sometimes it was to push the ball a little bit too early. Sometimes we held back and switched, and then there was just a wrong pass that was played altogether. Sometimes we played it out wide when we should have taken an extra dribble forward. But the end passing game tonight wasn't good. It really wasn't good. In fact, I would have called tonight one of our worst performances in the final third with the final ball product. And that's to say that it was a shame because a lot of our play was silky in the build-up. A lot of our build-up play coming from our own half and just on the halfway line was actually quite good. And where Thuram earns his points tonight is for his silky hold-up play, his awesome touching, his ability to outmuscle the defender off the ball and make sure that his body is in front to take that first and second touch. He's just a trimmer Lukaku to me at this point. I really don't know why we're splitting hairs at this point, man. So I think that Thuram deserves a 6.5 to 6.8 out of 10 for his first half today. But then he went and got himself another 4 in the second half by being really, really bad. Buchanan may need to play second striker for us. I highly doubt it. Arnautovic is a 1-year contract, man. Samir says bring up back Correa. It's hard to believe that we're saying that. Rocky says we need to realize we just played Verona and we were shaky in defense. See, Acerbi was really bad tonight as well. Acerbi was our worst defender of the game. Pavard, I think, just sort of drifted throughout the game. He was calm on the ball. Bastoni was the best of the 3, especially on the ball. That hit, though, is looking peak. Like, I know that they checked it properly on the field, so they must have thought that he was flopping it or something. Happy birthday to Daria and my daughter Talia's birthday today too. Happy birthday to Talia Kerr. Sending all my love to you. All my love to you as well. Ashraf says, I was so mad I left before the penalty kick. We cannot keep going like that. I didn't want to watch the penalty kick anyway. There was just something weird in the back of my head that was saying this isn't even over yet. I don't know why he subbed Thuram. But the fact that he subbed Thuram and Arnautovic gave away that ball straight afterwards, oh, damn, really bad. Is Nainggolan playing in your country, Paki? Where is he playing? That's interesting. I don't even know where he's playing. I don't think he's playing for Royal Antwerp in Belgium anymore. Could he be playing in Indonesia? I'm not too sure where you're from, brother. I'm so sorry. The game was under control till that bum was subbed on for Thuram. Armenian says, if we get lucky and sell Senzi and bring in a striker, that would be great. Let's hope this signals a turnaround in terms of form. Yeah, I hate VAR as well. Lucky VAR missed Bastoni's foul in the build-up. Did it actually miss it, though? Because surely it would have had to go back to check it. David, there was nearly bare ass. Yeah, I saw those photos. We're just doing Juve's finale fine. Don't worry. Whatever Juve does, we can do better. That's a really deviously good way to look at it, man. This has to be a wake-up call. I hope so. Another thing that made me annoyed is that the team looked rattled when things don't go their way. We are lucky VAR decided not to disallow Fratese's goal. Everyone is sort of agreeing. So there we go. How about that missed arm on open goal? Awful miss, even if it wouldn't have counted. Yeah, absolutely. I know the stubborn management and coach will keep those horrendous sub-strikers. And I think that as well. I'm just going to skip over a few. Thank you, Christian Andrew. Thank you, Fat Gandalf. Thank you, Mr. Turn Up. Back to the dark times, 100%, man. We don't talk about that here just yet, Massimo, if ever again. wild guess is that you have a feeling that Buchanan will play as a striker. No way. He's never played as a striker before. I know he played as a right wing midfielder, borderline forward at some point, but I highly doubt he plays as a striker, man. I'll never accept him back at the club. 100%. I agree. I'm not even going to go into that right now. Bring back Bisek. Bisek could walk into this starting lineup, that's for sure. He could definitely go above Acerbi at the moment. I think that this is Acerbi's last season for us. He shouldn't be renewed at all. Raja plays in Indonesia now. There you go. Yeah, Mad, send me whatever. Send me absolutely whatever. So yeah, thank you so much to the 80 people that are still here. Let's talk a little bit about what comes next, because what comes next gets harder. Like these 3 points, man, Jesus Christ. My God, it was important. It was so important. Considering what's coming our way, like we really could have bombed part of our title challenge today by slipping up points wise. Let me share it. Let me absolutely share my screen here. There's 81 of you here still. So please like the video. Please, 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 please. And let me know if you're new. I really want to know if someone's new. All right, sweet. Let's get this going right here. Sorry if it's a little bit slow. It is a tiny bit slow. But by getting those points today, we'll move back +5 on Juve, I believe. Is it +5? Anyway, this is taking too long, so I've got to do something about this. Let me just check. We've got a new member. Oh, Nick Knox has joined. I'm not too sure if it's the first time you've joined, but Nick Knox has been here from day one as a fan. So thank you so much for joining, brother. I really appreciate it. You're an absolute legend, man. Big shout out to Nick Knox and another channel member, another one for the Inter Worldwide family. Really appreciate it. So we've got the 5-point buffer on Juve, obviously with a massive superior goal difference. It also puts us back +12 over Milan, obviously with the game in hand. But at the same time now, we can keep just making sure that it's just going to be us and Juve until the end of the season. Not that it's relevant, and it's awesome saying this, but we're +16 on a Champions League spot. Things are looking okay for the moment. But what is coming after this is going to be very, very tricky. And that's pretty much what I was looking up. I don't know why I closed it up. But the next match is coming up. We travel to Monza. Now, Mattia, we're definitely linking up for Told You Bro for this, because this has got 2-1 Monza written all over it. We could get our asses checked on the 14th of January, 7 days from now. In fact, Monza is playing Frosinone right now. So after this stream, in fact, if you're not doing everything, everybody should be watching Frosinone versus Monza right now. So we can have a little bit of a test of exactly what we think we are going to see. It's 0-0. It's 9 minutes in. I'm definitely going to watch about half an hour of that after I do this stream. So thank you once again, Nick Knox. Welcome to the fan, bro. Raj says, thoughts about the foul by Bastoni? Yeah, we just spoke about that. It's looking like a foul at this point. And unless someone can prove me wrong or can basically go against the grain here, we're pretty much all in agreement that Bastoni's foul should have been called back, especially if it was still in the same run of play. Great start to the weekend. I just can't believe we got those points. Do you think Juve drops points versus Salernitana after beating them 6-1 earlier? It's going to be a different Salernitana team in front of them, but Juve is going to win that one. The only difference is that they won't win it by as many goals. Thank you so much, Nick Knox. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. So, bro, I can almost pick this 2-1 to Monza. I can pick it. I can pick it so badly. After that game, we travel to the Supercoppa. So on the 20th of January, let's not forget that we have to travel to the Supercoppa against Lazio and against, who is it? Fiorentina. So that also is going to be interesting. Very interesting, actually. Because I really don't know what Inter's going to turn up for that. I really don't know. Wait, did I say did I say Fiorentina? I did, because Napoli is the third one as well. I thought about that for a second. Why did I only say 3 teams? So Napoli, Fiorentina, and Lazio in the Super Cup. You have to play 2 games. It's a knockout. It's not like you have to play all 3 teams. So we play Lazio and we play Fiorentina. And after that, it will be. No, sorry. Yeah, you play 2 games. So we play Lazio and then the winner of Napoli and Fiorentina. What a weird way to do that trophy. What a weird way to do it. No wonder no one's spoken about it and it's happening in 13 days because it's an absolute rig job of a trophy this year around. Hand on chest, could comfortably say, don't really give a shit. We'll barely celebrate it if we win it. Play the kids, man. Play lineups that don't matter. Treat it like a friendly for all I care. I could not even think about it for a second. No chance Juve drop points tomorrow. No, Candreva masterclass tomorrow. What was Vince's reaction? Vince is very clever and perceptive, man. He's very clever, so he can tell when I'm stressing. I try not to shout, but I can't help but not swear. And he's very switched on. So, and then he switched on to when we end up winning. He can tell. He can tell with the body language and the energy. Thanks for checking in on him, Fat Gandalf. That trip to Saudi won't help. No, it won't. I want to see Fratesi subbed in earlier. Me too. Fotmob gave him 5.7. Yeah, man. That's a 5.6 too much. Worth winning the Super Copper prize for 8 million. Is it 8 million prize money this time? All right, yeah. Forza Super Copper. Let's go. We'll take it. We'll take it all the way around. There's an investment right there. There you go. Do I think Fratesi should start? I think he deserves to start more games. That's for sure. Inter are wanting to win the trophy for the 8 million prize money for sure. Now that Ian Kerr told us about it, thank you. Inter versus Lazio and Fiorentina versus Napoli. Not sure if there's a stupid third place game or not. Geez, you'd hope not. You'd really hope not. You'd hope that no one wants to play that game. That's just a stupid game. I think that's all that we'll speak about tonight. Sanchez sucks. Arnautovic is trash. Who else came on? Fratesi came on and scored a goal and celebrated like an absolute lunatic. I'm going to go back and watch a little bit of that now and chill. Who else came on besides those 3? Dumfries came off for Damian. Damian gave away a penalty. He sucks. We can do some ratings really quickly, actually. Sommer gets an 8. Covered all his ground very well. Only beaten once for me. I actually think, but he didn't make any masterclass saves, but you felt that his goal was commanded extremely well up until and excluding that goal. Now, you know what? 8 is too generous because he did let in that goal. So let's give him a 7. I'll give Sommer a 7. I'll give Acerbi 5.5. I'll give Bastoni a 6.5. I'd give Pavard a 6. I would give Dumfries a 5.5. I would give Barella a 5.5. I would give Hakan a 5.5. I would give Mkhitaryan a 5.5. I would give Augusto a 5.5. I would give Damian a 5.5. I would give Thuram a 5.5. I would give Lautaro a 7. You know what? I'll give Augusto a 6. DiMarco subbed as well. Didn't remember. He came on 5.5. Mkhitaryan 5. Yeah, that's probably even fairer. So we made 4 subs. And yeah, I didn't give Sanchez and Arnautovic. Sanchez can... No. Other way. Sanchez can get the 1. Arnautovic can get the 0. Or they can both get 0s. Yeah. Whatever. Couldn't care about those 2 waste men. It's not looking good for them. It's not looking good for them. All right, guys. We got the 3 points, man. This has been the most negative winning match reaction. But... it had to happen, and I'm glad that it did happen. Make sure you're checking out people like Uncle Sharma. Make sure you're checking out people like Judge Mo. Make sure you're sticking around for this channel as well, and I'll keep doing a little bit more content coming up, unless anybody wants to talk about anything else. All right. All good. Bizarre scenes, guys. It's exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting. Thank you for coming through, and special shout out today goes to Nick Knox, who becomes, I think, our 32nd or 33rd channel member. So thank you so much. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Forza